You know what? The wise men that came to the birth of Jesus, who are guided by the star, did not come from just anywhere. They came from the far east. And where was Jesus born? In Israel? In Bethlehem or Nazareth? Where was he born? In Bethlehem? And where did they come from? Far east. In the world map, where is the far east? Folks, far east is China, India, Thailand, Korea, but there were three. Far east is not Middle East. There's a point I want to derive. The wise men did not come from Middle East. They did not come from west of the world or south of the world or south from where Israel is. No. The wise men came from far east, and far east Japan, but they came with camels. Or maybe they sailed across to the to the mainland Asia, and then, but the far east dwellers are the Koreans, Chinese, Philippines, and who again? The likes of all of them. We all know, not Middle East. That is why you'll find, I'm being factual and being honest, that is why you'll find the people from the Middle East have never and will never, I don't know if they will ever, but nowadays they will never acknowledge Jesus Christ. Of course, the Far East wise men, the men that came from Far East, even nowadays, we have Hindus who do the Buddhist thing, who do the thing. We have the Chinese doing the Buddhist. They are Buddhist. We have the Far East brethren. Not a higher percentage as acknowledge Jesus Christ, but they are not always in conflict with the message of Jesus Christ, like the Middle East brethren. Has my point now come clear? I'm not I'm not trying to say that the folks in the Middle East are fools, stupid, since the wise men came from Far East. No, that's not my point. My point is that the reason as to why it is so hard for the brethren in Middle East to acknowledge Jesus, and I've not few of them, and it is like it is a dead sentence when you are of that race of the brethren of Middle East, and you acknowledge, and they know that you acknowledge. You better evacuate from their region, evacuate from their premises, evacuate from where they can access you, because it is like a dead sentence acknowledging Jesus. So we all know and we all can see the way the world is. Let me tell you, America is a nation built under a nation under God, a nation built by faith. They believe in Jesus Christ. Though the devil always tries to enter the church, but America is that nation. And it is the strongest nation that carries the message of Jesus Christ, the greatest, of course. So the reason as to why there is always disputes between the Middle East brethren is because these are the only few folks that have publicly declared that and have publicly and they are publicly not acknowledging Jesus Christ as the Savior. So that's why there was always disputes. Spiritually, life is spiritual. And again, the other point why the brethren of Middle East don't acknowledge Jesus is because that they think that they are not of the Isaac's house. They are the Ishmaelites. And Jesus did not come from there. It is same to the folks in Israel. They take Jesus as their brother. They don't believe in him. Though they believe that there is a supreme being, that is God. Likewise to the Arabs who are the Middle East dwellers. They believe there is God, but they don't believe in Jesus. It's like Israelites also. They don't believe because they know Jesus is their brother. You know what I mean? But my point is not that. Point is that the Middle East brethren know and believe and think that they are cousins, or this is just you know, it's nothing to them, you know, because they think they are neighbors. They think they are from the Ismail's house, not Issachar's. So they can't tend to 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 believe in this son of the Issachar's lineage. So folks, that is the reason. And as you can see the world, the people from the Far East are very cool people, and they're people who know to mind their business, you know, to do their things, and God has made them flourish in whatever they do. Look at the Chinese, the Indians. India is where we have the, you know, doctors, you know, when medical whatever's have not, you know, many Kenyans go to India for medical whatevers. And Kenya has got hospitals. Even in Kenya, we have hospitals and you know, that are run by the Hindus, like Aga Khan. It is a Hindu whatever. It's a Hindu medical facility. Etc. etc. So, and the Chinese are economic. What will I say this? Economic wizards. You know, the Chinese are technological wizards. The Chinese are, of course, they don't surpass the Americans, but the Chinese are on their league also. And I respect the Chinese. Their people mind their business. They do their SHIT. They, you know, and they're flourishing. Look at the Koreans. They do their thing. They mind their business. You know, look at the Philippines and the people of the Far East. They are wise people. I'm not. My point, as I conclude, is not that to say that the Middle East folks are fools. No, 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 no. But the wise men came from far east.